Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's David Lee and the Golden State Warriors up against Tyreke Evans and the Sacramento Kings. Now let's get to Sacramento to listen in on Kevin Harlan for today's broadcast.
2K Sports and State Farm presents the starting lineups. First for the Warriors, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. And the big man filling the bait, Andris Biedrins. They look to him to provide that necessary presence down low. Then it's Terrell Wright, and it's Lee in at the 4. And for Sacramento, Evans and Thornton in the backcourt. And it's DeMarcus Cousins locking down the middle. They utilize his abilities to maintain that presence under the rim. Then it's Salmons, and it's Hickson in at the power forward.
It's obvious to me, Kevin, Tyreke Evans can be a stat sheet stuffer supreme. I mean, in his first season, he became the 4th rookie ever to average 25 and 5.
Now, here's Thornton. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. No good. Great defense that time from Ellis. Speaking of Tyreke Evans and all the things he can do, Steve, steals was another area. Defense where he excels.
Yeah, very quick hands, averaged just less than 2 steals per game. And then, you look at his scoring, his ability to get to the rim and attack. I mean, he is a special talent.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mark Jackson.
Kevin, adding a few more pump fakes is what he is instructing his inside players to do. They are facing a good shot-blocking team, and if they can keep them guessing on when to jump, they'll be in a better position to get uncontested looks at the hoop. Not an easy thing to do with a shot blocker hanging around, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. So, Clark, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
It won't be easy, Kevin. I mean, they're going to have to take a few body shots before it's all said and done. It's going to be a battle.
Steve?
Yeah, I like that, Clark. Body shots. I mean, go inside early. Try to pound them inside, and then you can play inside out at that point. But try to soften up that defense and make them move around a little bit.
Here's Evans. About 3.5 minutes left in the first.
Boy, it looked for a while like the Kings and Warriors wouldn't have the fierce NorCal rivalry anymore, but I'm glad to see it's still got a little life right now.
Tipped away. Looking to end the run. Good. Yeah, a lot of guys believe this is a very underrated rivalry. Steve, they think this is one of the best rivalries people don't talk about in the NBA.
Well, the cities are close enough where fans can travel back and forth to the away games, and you've got just good, solid, loyal fan bases. Both the Warriors and the Kings over the years have had a really, really strong attendance and great loyalty.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Kevin, Stephen Curry was the 7th pick in the 2009 draft, and they did that over. He might be the 2nd pick. I mean, he's a terrific shooter and good potential as a playmaker. I think the Warriors got a steal.
The Kings are making a switch. Thompson's checked in. Louis Amundsen is checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Thornton. He dishes it to Thompson. Backing down is Cousins. Unloads. Lands off on the front of the rim and drops. Talking about the future of Steph Curry, Clark, he joined Team USA for the World Championships in 2010, and to make the team after just his rookie season, Steve, a very impressive distinction.
Yeah, winning a gold medal. What an experience that was for Steph Curry and for a Warriors organization that hasn't had an all-star in almost 15 years. Curry represents the future of that franchise.
And the Warriors making a change here. Law's checked in. Here's Salmons. Guarded by Wright.
Great job playing the passing lanes and forcing that turnover.
Long kicks to Ellis. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Aggressive transition game leads to the easy hoop.
Yeah, I love to see these guys just trampolining to the hoop.
Backing down is Cousins. Now the pass to Thornton.
Yeah, just a nightmare start for them early in this game with the turnovers.
Well, 3 turnovers already, Steve, as you've documented. I mean, it feels like tip-off was seconds ago, and they're not holding on to the ball.
Yeah, don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Hickson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Garcia in for John Salmons. Timeout called by the Kings.
And the Warriors have had very little success over the last 15 years or so, but they've got new ownership in place, so there's hope. They've got some good young talent. They've manufactured their cap situation, and they're trying to bring in as many good players as possible. I think this has a chance to be an excellent franchise.
Boy, he set him up beautifully with that assist. Room service style.
Ellis working against Thornton. And it's Ellis finishing it off.
Nothing fancy for him on that jam. Just a textbook flush.
Clarkey put it away without a moment's hesitation. And as always, that was our Sprite Slam Cam giving us the up-close and personal replay. Strong thoughts there, Steve. Ironically for the Warriors, some of the best moves the Warriors have made recently didn't involve a trade at all. Like Monte Ellis, for instance, Clark, he was supposedly going to Memphis.
Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, sometimes the best move is no move. And they need to keep adding talent, but you got to manage your money wisely. You got to be smart and creative. If you're going to trade away a key player, you better make sure you get significant value in return.
And last year I thought was a tough season for Tyreek Evans. He was the reigning Rookie of the Year, but had a number of foot injuries, caused him to miss almost 30 games. And when he did play, he struggled with his shot, only 42% from the field.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State.
Boy, he's got enough hang time. There to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
Williams against Evans. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Williams. Hickson grabs the ball.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Evans dishes to Thornton.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
Here's Wright. The shot will not go. Got it off in time. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 8.
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Here's Jeter. Defended by Bell. On the wing, Salmons. Working on Williams. Fires it up. Hits the close-range jumper. Salmons got the first basket of the second quarter for the Kings. Udo inside. It's up against Thompson. That drops.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. Huh? How about trying, guys?
Bell is whistled for reaching in. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Salmons. Moving the ball. Launches it. It's rebounded by Udo. Warriors leading by 8.
You know, one of the things the Warriors have done pretty well over the years is scout the D-League. They've found guys like Reggie Williams and Jeremy Lin, and they do a nice job of finding talent.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris. Well, Doris, that's something they could definitely use.
And he can finish with either hand around the basket. I mean, part of it is just getting the ball in close, where those little half hooks are easiest to drop in.
Shoots it. Hickson with the bucket. Good point, Steve. Warriors do uncover some unsung talent. They've got some players who have moved on. Impressive shooters, the undrafted Anthony Morrow, former D-League players, C.J. Watson, Anthony Tolliver, you can go on and on.
Yeah, and of course, Kevin, sometimes injuries have necessitated the Warriors being creative and finding some of those kinds of guys, but nonetheless, they seem to have done a good job of picking the right ones that fit in well.
Aggressive transition game leads to the easy hoop.
Yeah, I'd love to see these guys just trampolining to the hoop.
Never misses a thing. Our Sprite Slam Cam, that is, with that last replay. The Kings trailed by 10. Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, he's had enough of that lackadaisical defense. They've got to help on penetration and deny all of these points in the paint. You know, even though the Kings finished at the bottom of the Pacific Division last season, their in-division record wasn't bad, 7-9.
Some changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hickson. Thornton comes in for Jason Thompson. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Eugene Jeter. Then for the Warriors, David Lee checked in for Beadrich. Ellis comes in for Reggie Williams. And Steph Curry subbed in for Charlie Bell. Here's Cousins. Back to Salmons. Now Evans. And Curry picks him up defensively. Shoots off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. So talking about the Pacific, the division was really pretty weak last season, Steve, overall. You were a general manager in that division. You know it can be strong, has been, but not this past year.
No, the Suns were down a little bit. Sacramento obviously down as well, as we mentioned. But 7-9 in the division, you know, it doesn't feel too bad when you're Sacramento and you're really trying to rebuild for the future.
And that is good. 8 points for Tyreek Evans.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Outside Curry. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 14 points.
They just lost him on the break that time defensively. I mean, he slid out to the three-point line and had plenty of room.
Curry brings the double. Salmons for the three. And good on the basket. Booking.
And these two just going at it from deep now.
You know, it seems like what's going on here is anything you can do, I can do better territory.
They're just trying to get out and outrun their opponent, and that's exactly what's happening.
And I like the way the game plan is working quite nicely right now. I mean, they're running right by him and racking up a bunch of fast break points.
Well, after that great rookie year a couple seasons ago, Marcus Thornton struggled a bit as a sophomore with the Hornets. He was then traded to Sacramento at the deadline and really exploded, scoring a lot of points in the last couple months of the year.
Garcia with the ball. Udo on him. From about 19 feet. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Back to Thornton, you have to like his outlook as he was able to fill it up after the trade.
Well, he erupted for 42 points in the game and had multiple 30-plus point games. So not too many guys in the league can do that, Kevin.
Guarded by Curry. Thornton passes to Cousins. Ellis knocks it away. Warriors leading by 6. Wright. Evans picks him up. The leaner. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
What a great signing for Golden State, getting Darrell Wright as a free agent last season. He had a terrific year, became a big-time three-point threat.
And back to Wright for a second. You know, his signing, I thought Clark flew under the radar a bit, but he was a big factor for Golden State with his play outside.
Yeah, another one of those guys you weren't quite sure of what his game was, floundered a little bit, but found a home out in Golden State and had a major role with the Warriors, and now is a confident scorer, particularly from the three-point line.
And, you know, he's been around success. He was on that 2006 Miami Heat championship team as a young kid.
Excellent point, Kevin. And seeing that and seeing how that organization operates, that's a nice foundational piece for a young player.
Double by Lee. To the paint. Salmons, fended by Biedrins. He feeds it to Cousins. Wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10.
I'm sure he'd like to have a do-over here. He just hasn't been able to make a significant contribution in this one.
Here's Curry with the 3, and the shot is good. Curry's got 17.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively.
Here's Jeter. Curry with the steal. Stolen. That's tipped. And the first half is now in the books. Live from Power Balance Pavilion, you're watching 2K Sports.
Thanks so much for joining us. It's time to break down the first half with the HP Halftime Show. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Sacramento. They've dialed in from long range an incredible shooting performance from outside. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. He's got 17 points and the defense has been rock solid. And slugging it out so far, the Sacramento Kings. This is a disciplined team, and when it comes to boxing out, controlling the backboard with fundamental play, we've seen it so far. Tyreek Evans has been on a roll in the first half. He has 8 points and has set his teammates up with a few timely assists. Now we have a look at the two players leading the charge for their teams in the scoring department. And that just about wraps it up for us here in the studio. Now let's get you back to Kevin and the crew for the second half.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Here's Evans.
One of the concerns for the Golden State Warriors after last season was fortifying its bench, and that was an area where they really tried to improve this past offseason.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, so confident is owner Joe Lacob that he has signed a contract with the Golden State Warriors fans. His goals include reaching the playoffs and having an all-star. And if these goals are not met, the fans will receive gifts and ticket price changes for each goal not met. A unique strategy to be sure, guys.
Thank you, Doris. We'll see how many of those goals they need.
Yeah, you talk about backing up your talk. I mean, fans have to appreciate that gesture from the Warriors brass.
Here's Curry with the 3, and another 3 for Golden State. Well, going back to the Golden State Warriors bench, every team needs those 6-7 guys that can be relied upon every game for consistent play. Actually, whether starting or coming off the bench.
Without question, Kevin, the Warriors were lucky if they had 4 consistent players all year. I mean, they've got a decent nucleus to build around, but absolutely, depth is an area this team has to improve. Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's just being a beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now. Well, I tell you what, Kevin, I mean, Darrell Wright is absolutely in love with his pump fake, but he should be. He's a three-point shooter, so the pump fake is a useful weapon for him. He uses it often because it continues to work.
Here's Thornton. 8 points for him. Curry knocks it away. And here's the break. While we've got a sec, let's check out the Sprite Slam Cam.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special. occasion.
And Clark, you mentioned Wright's pump fake, and Stevie sells it so well, defenders still leave their feet against it.
Yeah, I like Darrell Wright and the improvement that he's made with that jump shot. When you can knock down threes like he can, that pump fake becomes an added weapon for sure.
Ellis working against Thornton. Outside for Curry. Covered by Evans. It's stolen by Salmons.
Well, that was not an easy play, but he made it look routine.
Gets it to go. Salmons got 7 now in this quarter.
As soon as they forced that turnover, they really attacked the rim. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was the highlight of the sequence.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 25 points for Steph Curry. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Golden State. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Ellis. And another 3 for Golden State.
And I think defensively, you've got to commit a second defender because he's just destroying you right now.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's been a handful.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Man, first. Look, I don't know, guys. Tough to tell just how bad it is.
For his sake, we're hoping he's okay.
Reggie Williams, he's checked in for Monte Ellis.
You know, some criticize the hiring of Mark Jackson by the Warriors because he has no prior coaching experience, but he's full of confidence. He's a leader. I think he's going to be a tremendous success there. I don't doubt it at all.
Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high-quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Salmons kicks to Thornton. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, talking about Mark Jackson and his inexperience, remember Doc Rivers did the same thing. He took over Orlando without any coaching experience, and Doc has turned into one of the best coaches in the NBA. So Mark Jackson could be on a similar path. Very bright, very energetic, that can really relate to the players. I think he's a good fit for Golden State.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Well, you can tell he's hurting. Let's hope it's nothing major and that we see him back here soon.
Ditto to that. Injuries, unfortunately, are part of the game.
Al Thornton's checked in for Golden State. Here's Hickson. Here's Cousins. And blocked. But they recover it. He blocks it again. Warriors leading by 12. Here's Lee. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Boy, what a scary incident last year for David Lee when his elbow ended up in the mouth of Wilson Chandler during a collision. And Chandler's tooth ended up in Lee's elbow. There was a scare about an infection, and it took a couple of weeks for the doctors to clear everything up.
Shot's good. Hickson's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the way to do it. Really nice ball movement there.
Williams can't get it to go. You know, I hate to go back to Lee's elbow, but I have to. I know. If you saw the picture of what Chandler's tooth did, that's scary stuff.
Extremely scary. Really bizarre. I was actually amazed that he got back as quickly as he did from that.
And Biedrins backs in. for three, and Williams is good for three. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Evans dishes to Thornton. Jacks up a three.
That's a bold move, trying to respond to that 3, but he couldn't convert.
And Williams backs in. Thornton gets called for the reach. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, nothing really went right for the Sacramento Kings last year. This team really struggled, and going against a tough Western Conference night in and night out, that's tough. That's brutal. And that team won only 15 games against conference opponents.
Dante Green is checked in for the Kings. Garcia comes in for Tyreek Evans. Warriors leading by 11. And Williams backs in. Goes up low. It's rebounded by Thornton.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And stolen by Thornton. Down low. Here's Williams. Up with it. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 7.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Dishes it to Cousins. And he didn't quite get enough under that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
47. The Warriors, 60.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark report. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. They've been in total control here and keep finding ways to move the ball, spread the floor, and continue to put points on the board as they widen the gap.
Doris, thanks. That run, Clark, really propelled them.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it got their confidence up and gave them the kind of swagger you like to see in a team.
Yeah, it gave them the edge for sure because look at the opponent. I mean, they are kind of down on themselves right now. The body language, not where it needs to be.
Here's Thornton. The shot no good, so the Warriors take it the other way. And here's Bell from the arc. Can't hit.
Golden State foul called. Luis Amundsen. First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Evans. And here is Thornton. A three-pointer off the mark. And Bell kicks to Udo. Here is Amundsen. It's rebounded by Thornton. Right up. Udo, the pass to Law. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Thornton. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Thornton's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Kings. Amundsen dishes to Long. And again, no good by Golden State. The Kings trail by 11. A moment for the Gatorade injury report. For an update on Stephen Curry's injury, let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Warriors' head athletic trainer gave me an update. He filled me in on the situation. It's a lower back strain, and it has him suffering through an awful lot of pain at the moment. There's no chance of his return. It sounds like this injury could keep him out of the lineup for quite some time.
Good stuff, Doris. Thanks. Clark, it's got to be a tough time for him.
Yeah, Kevin, you wish they weren't, but injuries are really a part of the game, and sooner or later, just about everybody has to deal with them in some form or fashion.
Well, hopefully we'll get some good news next time we have an update on it.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Green. Salmons comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Eugene Jeter in for Tyreek Evans. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Now, here is Garcia. He's covered closely.
Golden State ball.
Here's Radmanovich. Bell with him. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here is Bell. Tries a three off the inbound. And that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Tell you what, with the three-pointers flowing, this defense is really struggling right now.
Yeah, it's a big differential in points off of threes, and they've got to do a better job of closing out defensively.
Knocking down shots, really playing well here in the fourth.
You know, I call it playing through the finish line, not running to it, playing through it, and that's what they're doing, right to the final buzzer.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Dante Green is checked in for Garcia. Thornton comes in for John Salmons. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Eugene Jeter. Lee with the steal. Here's the break. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Can they get it? Hammers it down off the... Coast break.
Great job taking that one all the way to the hoop.
Yeah, he made the D look non-existent and foolish there.
No coverage that time.
You can say anything you want about this guy. He's played well in every area.
And you know what? That tells you what kind of game it's been for him. Well-rounded, highly productive in all areas.
Another turnover leading to a bucket.
Yeah, they've made the most of all these chances they've gotten from turnovers. I mean, it's really fueling their offense right now.
Sacramento making some changes. Dixon comes in for Jason Thompson. And it's Eugene Jeter in for Dante Green. .156 left in the game. And slam dunk. Wow! Now the Sprite slam cam for the replay.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fellas.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Post shot, and he lays it up and in. Thornton's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, this is a done deal here. They've pretty much finished this team off.
Yep, we can put this one in the books. Too much to overcome now.
Jeter kicks to Evans. He kicks it to Thornton. Shot denied. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Amundsen. He's checked in for the Warriors. Williams comes in for Darrell Wright. Here's Thornton. Shot from the inbound. The open shot by Evans. Off target with the open look.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because... just can't find the range.
Tell you what, they were in full attack mode there on that fast break.
I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they got right after it.
Backing down his Cousins. Snatched away. The loose ball recovered by Golden State. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, the Warriors have always played a very exciting style, but it hasn't translated well to the road. In fact, last season they went just 10-31 away from Oakland.
And you know, for the Warriors, that road record, and Stevie just talked about it, 10-31. That is an area they're going to have to improve on if they ever want to get in the playoffs.
Well, you know, toughness has been an issue for them. They've been more of a finesse team when you're trying to claw out a win on the road. there's some toughness you've got to present and possess mentally and physically. And they're trying to add some size and strength inside, and you know that's a good place to start.
Udo comes in with the double team. Back to Hickson. And it's sent back by Amundsen. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Jeter. Here's Thornton. And the layup is good.
You know, those types of high percentage shots, Kevin, should be a big part of what they do going forward. Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking you could make that happen.
Cousins, and it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
Boy, that did not look good, Clark. I'm not sure how soon we'll see him back.
Yeah, I'm with you there, partner. I mean, that's the last thing anybody wants to see, that kind of injury.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Radmanovich has checked in, and Darrell Wright has subbed in for Al Thornton. The Warriors also with a sub. Charlie Bell's checked in for Darrell Wright.
Another bucket, and they are just pulling away here now.
Yep, no doubt about it. They're sprinting to the finish line.
Evans outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That free throw, no good.
Shooting for Sacramento. Tyreek Evans.
Good on the second free throw. From the other side of the floor. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.